What is up, podcast people, podcast universe? This is Ramehs Radio, Ep.4, back for another one. But before we start the show, just want to let my lovely co-host go ahead and introduce himself.
What's good, podcast people? It's your boy, UndeadEnigma, back again for another episode of Ramehs Radio. What are we on, 4 now?
Yeah, we on 4.
I'm doing okay so far, but I know as these episode numbers get up, I'm not going to keep remembering. We're really excited to bring you guys another episode. A little bit of a slow news week this week, so we have a couple of old segments that we're bringing back, and something that we wanted to address in this episode that we failed to address earlier was the somewhat removal of the movies, anime, and TV recommendation section that we had in the first episode. We had actually meant to acknowledge this to all the listeners, but the reason why we removed the section is because we don't want to talk about spoilers. So we've actually decided to relegate that to bonus topics. So when we have slower news weeks, we're going to give you guys some recommendations so that we can avoid spoilers, so that we know our listeners can come here and not have to worry about spoilers and just hear about content that we find interesting.
Yeah, that's it was a good decision that we did that. Like, we can just sprinkle our recommendations or anything that we really want to talk about later on, but yeah, we want to keep it mostly spoiler free so the listeners don't have to worry about that. But jumping right into the show, we have gotten the first 15 minutes of the new Horizon Forbidden West game. It was slated to come out this year. I don't know if that is still going to be the case, but Sony...
It does look like it's going to get delayed.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, you know how the Sony games go. But Sony did have their state of play. They did show Horizon Forbidden West. And the game takes place in a broken down San Francisco. And Aloy has more things to uncover. She in the 15-minute little gameplay snippet that we got, she was fighting this new tribe, and we got to see some different terrain in terms of the looks of the game. So what are your thoughts on what we saw from Sony's State of Play, Enigma?
I was a little bit disappointed at first to find out the State of Play was only about Horizon, but then I realized that E3 is around the corner and they probably have a lot more stuff that they want to show, and it was just kind of a quick check-in. With that being said, I like the way that the game is looking, and I have to fully disclose that I haven't played Zero Dawn yet. I have it sitting on my hard drive just waiting for me. I just have other games that I'm running through right now, but eventually I'll get to it, and I can really appreciate the way that the game looks, but I can't really appreciate any of the new content that was shown in the trailer because I haven't played Zero Dawn, like I mentioned.
Well,
it looks good though.
Yeah, the game looks really, really good. That's one thing I have to say that just really jumped out to me when I initially saw it. I mean, you know how live streams are. You don't really get the full graphical fidelity through the live stream because things get compressed through the internet and things like that. But I mean, from what I saw, it did look good. I can't wait to play it on my PS5. It's gonna look amazing, I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna look beautiful in 4K.
I'm low-key debating if I should get a monitor now. I was waiting for God of War Ragnarok. I think that's what they're gonna call the next one that's coming out. I was gonna wait until that one came out to get a 4K monitor, but I'm debating if I should get it for Horizon 2. Because this game
4K monitor is a serious investment and they're very expensive. So I mean, if you're like serious about getting one at any point, you should just be always shopping around and looking for the best deal you can get. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah, I gotta look more and more into it. But the game did look really good. The only thing I'm really I'd kind of say not really hesitant but curious about is what the frame rate is going to be. I know a lot of PlayStation games are starting to come out with a performance mode and a graphics mode, so I really want to see if Horizon is going to follow suit and do that as well. But moving on from the graphics, because that's not the most important thing in the game, it's the gameplay. The gameplay did look good, but it looked very similar to the first Horizon game, which I have no complaints about. It's just there's nothing that I really saw gameplays wise that really jumped out at me. Yeah, like she got a new glider. Like you can like glide off of high.
Some Breath of the Wild type shit. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it was like you have like this cyber glider. I don't remember exactly what they called it, but you can glide off of high objects, so you don't have to be taking fall damage all the time. You have like a grappling hook where you can like traverse. You could traverse like buildings and not artifacts. My bad. But you could traverse buildings. I
know what you mean, like structures.
Yeah, structures. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, my mind blanked. But yeah, that was a really nice addition, and I think something that they also said was now your focus can see what it'll highlight areas that you can climb up to, just that Aloy can do. So that's really interesting. What else jumped out to you, Enigma?
I mean, like I mentioned before, I haven't played the first one, so I can't say what specific changes jumped out to me, but there were some things that stood out in the trailer that I kind of thought were cool. I liked the little cinematic with the grappling hook and running from the like raptor type things. I can't remember what they called them, claw somethings. And I felt like I do have some criticisms though.
Yeah, speak your piece.
I don't know if it was because homeboy that was playing the demo was dog or if it was just supposed to happen like this, but it was really weird that in the trailer Aloy gets the one of the claw skirmisher things. I can't remember what they're called. She gets one of them and she rides it into battle and fights the like pseudo boss of the demo, and it gets one shot by like a cannon shot in like not even a minute, and it's just basically Aloy against the boss for the rest of the fight, which I mean, like, good on you, but I mean, I thought you brought this thing here to like help you and fight with it.
Yeah, kind of a concern, but yeah, then again, he could just not be the greatest of players. Another thing that jumped out to me though was the I don't remember exactly what they call the animals in the game. But they added, there was two that were really notable. It was the big elephant. I forget what it was called.
The tremor tusk.
Yeah,
the tremor tusk. That's what that one's called.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the other thing is called.
Yeah, the other one was like kind of like a raptor. It had like these big wings almost, and she used the overriding, like the big overriding stick that she uses so that she can ride the animals. That was so those two additions were really cool. So we know there's going to be new animals. I keep calling them animals, but I don't. It's like a bio. They call them a bio something. I don't remember the exact name. But yeah,
I would know better if I played the damn games.
but yeah, like I have played the game. I'm probably 60 to 70% all the way through Zero Dawn. So yeah, I am really looking forward to this game. I don't really expect them to reinvent the wheel because it is a sequel. They are kind of just polishing things and trying to make a better story that will entice the fans. So from what I saw, I was interested, and I most likely will be buying day one. I'll say that. Most likely I'll be buying day one, and I'll stream it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up day one. I have to play Zero Dawn first, and that'll probably make my decision on if I'm going to buy it day one or wait for a price drop, because it is a single-player game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. I like what I saw.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing that to me was just, I wouldn't say alarming, but just in terms of gameplay, like the combat is kind of they kind of did some tweaks, but yeah, it's more of the same. A lot of it is more of the same, but yeah, as I said, not expecting them to reinvent the wheel. But why am I stuttering? Looking back at what Enigma said regarding the state of play only showing Forbidden West because E3 is around the corner, what is something that you might be excited to see from E3? Because E3 is actually making a return. We didn't have an E3 last year. They had,
that is true.
What was it? Summer Games or something? They did
have that Summer Games Fest thing, but like everybody did their own thing. Like I remember Microsoft had their own event. Mm-hmm. Sony has their own event. Sony been doing events now with the state of play and everything.
Yeah. So Sony kind of is like the bad boy. They were the first one actually to say that they weren't gonna attend E3.
Yeah, they were piecing the fuck out.
Yeah,
they said goodbye.
Sony said they threw up the Niles. The meme where Niles disappears with the piece. So
I got the music playing in my head.
So yeah, E3 is literally right around the corner. 2 weeks away? 2 weeks away, I believe. We haven't heard much about E3 though. The only thing, there are some rumblings that Microsoft is supposed to have their conference on June 13th, but I mean, besides that, we haven't even heard any real rumors or anything.
Yeah, like
really.
I think we know that like Square Enix is gonna be there, and like probably like 3 or 4 other studios that like I have no idea about, but we still have no confirmation on like if Sony actually has any intentions of showing up. We have no confirmation on if Nintendo has any plans of showing up. I think it was actually Nintendo were the first ones to dip out, now that I backtrack our previous statement, because they started doing the Nintendo Directs.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did
Nintendo
the Nintendo
were the
Directs.
first
Yeah,
ones who said, yo,
yeah, Nintendo was the
deuces.
first one to do it, yeah.
And then Sony started copying them with the state of play. That's what happened. But anyways, yeah, I'm not really sure who's gonna be there, so it's kind of hard to make predictions about what I think I'm gonna see. But I mean, I expect to see like big games, so I expect to see like, I think Activision had a booth 2 years ago, not last year because we didn't have an E3 last year like we mentioned. I think Activision had a booth 2 years ago, and we're probably gonna see a new Call of Duty, or we're gonna see Call of Duty Online, whatever they're doing with like the Warzone stuff. We're going to see big games, so if Microsoft is there, we're going to see Halo Infinite, hopefully. If Nintendo's there, I don't know what the hell Nintendo's going to show, because I don't even know what they have, like, actually finished, because I heard that they're back to the drawing board on Metroid Prime 4.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that they had to, like, pretty much restart development on it.
That is not...
Maybe, like, Breath of the Wild 2, but I highly doubt it.
Here's a question I just thought of, now that you say that. Do you think that we haven't really heard anything about E3 because everyone's being kind of secretive, or because they don't really have anything that they feel like is super substantial that they really want?
A combination of both. I think that we're early in the console's lifespan, and a lot of games are getting pushed back. So I think that a lot of the things that we're going to see announced are also going to get pushbacks and are going to get delayed, and that's going to suck. But it is what it is. We're getting really used to it at this point, which is really freaking annoying. But I'd rather a game that comes out finished than a game that comes out dog and incomplete because it came out on time and the developers were rushed. I don't want that.
Yeah, because usually we would have, I mean, at least by this time, you would have some sort of slim program schedule or something. Like, you would have something.
Yeah,
but it's
we
like,
have some kind of like preview of when the dates are, what's going to be happening.
Yeah, people,
a general idea of what's going to be talking.
Yeah, people are kind of like hiding their hands. So, and plus you have to remember that COVID has pretty much decimated the whole workflow. Yeah, you can work from home, but with an industry that like gaming, I feel like there's something just like intangible that could be missing from not working directly with your peers, working closely with them.
I mean, the game development environment is so stringent and difficult and exhausting that like I can't imagine anybody maintaining that same type of work ethic and like determination at home, because like it's to an unhealthy extent, and that's why we hear so many game developers complaining about crunch time and all of these different problems that they have to deal with when they're developing a game. So I think that working at home has made it a little bit healthier for them, but at the cost of productivity, which, I mean, I guess from a moral perspective is a good thing, but from a development perspective kind of sucks.
Yeah, because we've been getting a lot of, as you said, we've been getting a lot of delays. A lot of things are getting pushed back. Apparently, Nintendo's going back to the drawing board with Metroid. So I do think that I feel like we might still see something really good though, because it's not Sony, Microsoft. They have bought, I don't remember how many studios it was. They got more studios than OKC has draft picks. But
fact, we need to see something from them.
Yeah, I feel like we might see at least one or two like really big titles that are gonna have people talking for a little bit. But I mean, maybe Sony too, because you know how Sony is. Sony likes to pop out with.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it, and I realized that like Miles Morales was a filler game, so I mean they could show Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, when did Spider-Man PS4 come out? Was it 2018?
I think so, yeah.
So I mean, what, they were probably working on that game from who knows?
They already have the general concept about what they're gonna do for Spider-Man 2. Like they know like the plot and where they want to take it. So I mean, it's very plausible that we could see early gameplay. I don't think that we're going to see the game until 2022, 2023, maybe even 24. But I think that's pushing it. I think we're going to see it like 22, 23.
Yeah.
So it could be reasonable for them to reveal it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, same thing with probably God of War. I mean, God of War, when we got the announcement of God of War, it was literally just like an MP4 of like a VFX MP4 of like the Omega symbol with like the Nordic runes on it with like some wind blowing in. That was literally it. So I mean, we knew it was God of War, but we didn't see anything from it. So
yeah, we literally didn't see shit.
So I don't know. I don't know what Sony's gonna show. I feel like Sony, they might show a little bit more of that game Forspoken. Do you remember they showed?
Yes.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they might show a little bit more of that game. Maybe some indies. But
hopefully some indies.
Yeah, but otherwise than that, Sony's pretty much a wild card.
And then if we see Nintendo there, because Nintendo hasn't given a fuck about E3 and God knows how long.
Yeah, Nintendo usually does their own thing. So
like maybe some Zelda, but I doubt it. I think they're still like hard at work grinding on that. What the fuck did Nintendo show? Maybe a port for Xenoblade Chronicles X, because everybody wants that to be ported from the Wii U to the Switch because no one had a goddamn Wii U. That would be good. That would actually be a good play for me. Maybe more gameplay of Shin Megami Tensei 5, because for whatever reason they showed that with Nintendo. Good lord, I have a sneeze coming up, so I might have to
go ahead, let it loose.
Pause for a moment.
Let it loose.
And it left.
Oh,
just
wow.
like that. That's crazy.
I hate those ones.
That's crazy. Oh, went for milk.
I literally just remembered. Microsoft bought ZeniMax, which owns Bethesda.
So we're gonna see like an Elder Scrolls or something, hopefully, or who knows, Fallout
5 maybe. But
I think it should be Elder Scrolls. It's been too long.
Yeah. Whoa, Skyrim came out when I was in middle school.
Yes, sir.
So what, 20? I want to say 12 or 11.
Yep, 2012, I was gonna say 12, 13. So it's between 11 and 13.
So
Skyrim is on 3 console generations.
Yeah, it's kind of like GTA 5 at this point.
It is. It's crazy.
But
it's actually just like GTA 5, except single player.
Yeah, I mean, I like Skyrim. I feel like I still haven't even found everything from Skyrim. So, but yeah, they've ran.
You know what's crazy? I never really played Skyrim.
Really?
I'm not really into Western RPGs. It's the same reason why I haven't picked up Horizon Zero Dawn yet.
Man,
I'm really not into Western RPGs.
The thing about Skyrim, I actually got Skyrim for free. One of my friends in middle school, he was done with the game, and I guess he didn't like it, so he gave it to me on the PS3, and I played the game, and I was like, whoa, this game is amazing. So yeah, I really love Skyrim. I've been a Skyrim fan since then. I haven't played like any of the remasters or anything like that, but I do love Skyrim. So I will be looking out for that. Apparently though, we might hear something about Starfield.
I don't even know anything about that game. I feel like I know nothing about that.
That game has been like super hush. Super hush. It's been in quote unquote development for a long time. So apparently we might hear something about that. And all these games are going to, I'm guessing, be Microsoft and PC exclusive because they're under the Bethesda umbrella. So
like I said, Microsoft is bold enough to do a timed exclusive and like let them have it after like a year, because Sony did that with some shit like Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider did that. They were like 1 year exclusives. So Microsoft is bold enough to do some shit like that, basically just to say like, screw you, Sony, and do it back to them. But I think that if anything, they probably will do timed exclusives because there's such a like widespread fan base on that acquiring it's kind of hard to like shell out the fan base. But on the other hand, that could be a console seller, right?
I was literally just about to ask you, do you think, two-sided question, one, do you think that this could push consoles? And two, do you think this would help or hurt the Bethesda franchises? I feel like it would help, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of people that might buy the next Elder Scrolls, might buy an Xbox Series, even S, to play the next Elder Scrolls. So
here's the thing. This is a great question. I think that specifically when it comes to like Bethesda, they have too much of a legacy to be helped by this unless the money that they get from the Microsoft acquisition actually improves their games. If Bethesda stops making games that come out broken at launch and are like buggy messes, and they actually upgrade their engine like we were talking about in the previous episodes, then I think that it'll be good for their reputation. But I think that if nothing happens and Bethesda just continues to be the same, I don't think that just being exclusive to Xbox will really benefit them, because they're so well known and so popular already that like they're well known on multi-platforms. They sell millions of copies on both platforms.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that shakes out. I think that was a big acquisition for them, though. It was
definitely huge for Microsoft.
I remember when the news first came out, I was like, wow, they bought Bethesda. That is crazy. And also remembering it now, off on a little tangent. Is it Warner Brothers, AT&T, and what's the other company? It's the company that owns Discovery. I think it actually is Discovery. AT&T and Discovery are no. Discovery is they're the subsidiary of the company. I don't remember exactly what company it is, but
are
they're
you sure?
Yeah,
I thought it was Discovery too.
Is it?
Anyways,
yeah, but the AT&T is doing a merger, and so pretty much they want to get it's technically getting rid of WB Games. So I don't know if you remember, there was rumors that Microsoft was actually supposed to buy WB Games, but it fell through. So now that WB Games is actually looking like it's going to get waned off from the whole merger that they're doing.
That could be really big for Microsoft.
Yeah,
that up.
I was thinking that could actually be a really big pickup, because That is what is that game called? Injustice, Mortal Kombat, and then
Arkham series? No, Rocksteady,
and not NetherRealm. NetherRealm is my Mortal Kombat. The game, what is that game? Shadow of Mordor as well.
That's what we're looking for. Yes.
Hey man, that's a whole lot of games that they could say are under the Microsoft PC umbrella. So I think that would drive a lot more consoles. I think it's not any one set of like one company that does it. I think it's a bunch of acquisitions that they use in tandem. Yeah.
And one more thing. Sorry.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. No. Say what you were gonna say.
I was literally just gonna say. I don't think we're gonna see any of that at E3, but it's just something that just came to my mind now. Now that WB Games is actually looking like they're gonna get the axe. So yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna see any like final decisions on that at E3. I don't think, unless we see something leading up to it. Then we might see an announcement or two. Like if we hear that WB Games actually was axed from the company, then we're gonna hear about an acquisition probably prior to like before E3.
Yeah.
But something that I'm hoping that I do get to see at E3 is more gameplay of the Demon Slayer game that's coming out and being developed by CyberConnect 2, Hinokami Keputa. God damn, brother. I know that I only got to show you a little bit of the gameplay before we jumped into this and you hadn't heard about it. But for all of our listeners who may not know, I'm a big weeb. I like anime a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, I played a lot of the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games growing up.
As did I.
Those were developed by CyberConnect 2, who are also developing this Demon Slayer game. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. At first I was skeptical, because Storm is not known for complex combos, and it's not known for being able to link your specials into combos. It's more about just like throwing out moves and hoping that things work. But from the gameplay that I've seen, and the 11 character trailers that I've seen, this game looks really interesting. We don't have a final release date. It's supposed to come out sometime this year, but we're not certain. It may get pushed back, but I doubt it, because it's a licensed anime game. They're gonna shortcut it and get it out as soon as they can. But it looks really good.
I am interested about this game. I do really like anime games. I think anime games get kind of a bad rap because there's that meme of anime games, all you gotta do is just smash the circle button.
Yeah, it's kind of true. It's not like totally incorrect.
Yeah, but I mean there is an allure to those games where you literally just pick them up and it's all your favorite characters and you just play them and you have fun. That's why I play a lot of anime games. I actually really enjoy some of them. I did play a lot of the Ultimate Ninja Storm games. The name of the one that was on PSP escapes my memory now. That one was kind of different. That one kind of had
a Naruto game?
Yeah, it was a Naruto game. It had a little bit of platforming in it because you could jump on some platforms and take like the fight to like a different level, kind of like Smash a little bit. I just forget the name of the game though.
I think I know the one that you're talking about, but I can't remember the name either.
Yeah, it escapes my memory now. But from what I saw for the Demon Slayer game, it did look really cool. One thing I would say though is that there's a lot of sword play. So I mean, they could try something different. I mean, I don't know what type of system that they would enact, but since it's like
swords are my favorite weapon.
Yeah, since it's
so I am gassed. Yeah, I am actually gassed for this.
Yeah, since it's like swords, I mean, they could try something new. I will be checking for it. Because I know I follow one or two channels that play anime games, so I'm most likely gonna see it when it drops. I might pick this game up though. Maybe like I'll check it out. I gotta check it out. But yeah, it did look interesting.
I'm definitely going to cop this game day one because I'm already interested. Swords are my favorite like type of weapon that I like to see used in like anime and media. So I'm definitely picking this up day one. But here's what I will say about like concerns. The only demon character that they've shown playable is Nezuko, Tanjiro's sister. She does not have a sword. So any playable demons will not have swords because demons don't use swords. Which will add another layer to gameplay if they add more demons. But so far, they've only showed us Nezuko. My other concern is that there's technically 5 water breathers already in the game because Tanjiro's in the game. Urokodaki, his like mentor, is confirmed. Sabito and Makomo, which are the 2 kids that he sees in like episode 3, the students.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say without giving away spoilers, even though Demon Slayer's been out for so long. They're both in it. They're also water breathers, and they were there for like two episodes. And Giyu, Tomioka Giyu, the water Hashira, who he's sick because he has a move that he uses. Have you watched Demon Slayer?
I've watched the first like 6 episodes. I haven't finished it yet.
Damn it.
Yeah, my bad.
He has a move that he uses that I don't want to talk about if you haven't seen it yet because you have to like be surprised. And it's a counter in this. So they're definitely mixing up the gameplay. Like not every character has a parry. Like it's a parry, so he like takes the stance, and if you hit him, the attack goes off. It's that kind of counter.
That's
so not every character has that. So they are kind of mixing up the gameplay.
Yeah, that's cool to see. That's cool to see because I know with a lot of the other, not even just Naruto, because like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z is a little bit different, but because there's the aspect of traversal, and so Dragon Ball Z is a little different. I won't say Dragon Ball Z, but even other anime games, you know, most of them are a little one-dimensional in terms of combat. But yeah, if what you're saying is true and there is like some layers and they could possibly even add more, then yeah, I definitely will be checking for this game. It'll be something cool to see, and you know, I'll definitely give it a chance. I'll give it a chance if I'm really, really feeling it. Yeah,
I agree with you, and I think that is something that you have to just be like wary of. Just give it the opportunity because there are a lot of hits and misses when it comes to anime games, licensed anime games. And like you mentioned before, Dragon Ball is in kind of a weird like position because Dragon Ball gets so many like different studios working on different game development studios. That's what I mean by studios.
Yeah.
They get so many different game development studios working on different Dragon Ball games that like you get a game by like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which I cannot stand, and then you get a game from like Arc System Works that makes like Dragon Ball Fighters, which I love.
Yeah,
and,
that was
I
a really
like
good
playing
game
on a competitive level. So it's like all over the place. That's why it's like kind of irritating that Bandai Namco gets to license anime titles because they don't develop the games, they just publish them. So they basically just pick studios and they're like, yo, you do this, we have the license to make this, you make this, you make that, you make that.
Quickly, what's your favorite and least favorite anime game?
My favorite anime game is probably Dragon Ball Fighters because that shit is fire. I'm capping. My favorite anime game is Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3.
Ooh.
That game is hot garbage. It does not play very well, but it's a Dynasty Warriors game. You know how Dynasty Warriors games are?
Yeah, it's
you hack and slash a bunch of enemies. You kill a bunch of waves. That shit is so lit for Gundams because that's what you want to do. You want to take a fucking mobile suit and just zoom around, kill a bunch of people. It's lit, bro. It's so fun to turn your freaking brain off and just.
I remember they used to have a Gundam game on PSP. I used to play it back when I had, the allegedly the unlimited PSP, if you know what I'm saying, the
unlimited limited edition.
But yeah, I used to play. They had one on PSP. That game was pretty fun. It wasn't like that.
Warriors Gundam 3 was different, brother. That game was different. Anyways, that's probably one of my favorite because it's the most fun, even though it's kind of like it's not good. It's not like a great game. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite anime game. I don't play the ones that I know are like typically bad, but J-Star's Victory Versus Plus because I skipped out on Jump Force, so I didn't have to play that dog shit. J-Stars, I was dumb and actually decided to play and go for the platinum on. I got the platinum, but at what cost? My sanity.
Oh,
fuck.
Wow.
God, that game was dog awful. Ooh.
Bruh, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I seen the preview because there was one game I was thinking of before, and I thought it was J-Stars, but it wasn't. Yeah, that game doesn't look too good. But in terms of my favorite anime game, I definitely have to say it probably is Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because the barrier to entry is like kind of low, but to get really good, you know, you gotta.
There's a high skill for it. Yeah,
you gotta put the work in. So I always like that game. It's cool. It's something fun. Definitely the worst anime game I've ever played is Jump Force. That is the.
Oh my god!
It was on Game Pass, and I was like,
I'm sorry that you had to even experience that shit for free,
bro. I downloaded it and literally played it for like 20 minutes and deleted it. It was bad. It was bad, really bad. Never.
Yeah, I paid for J-Stars, so that was crazy. I paid full price. At that time, games were like, what, $69.99, I think, at the time. So, yeah, I paid $70 for that hot piece of garbage. I was very disappointed.
Well, you know, we live and we learn. We live and we learn, bro.
That's how it goes. And you, the listeners, come here and hear us complain about these games, so you don't have to pick them up and buy them.
True.
So the next time you hear about a jump fighting game, dodge it.
Stay away.
When I heard Jump Force was coming out, and I heard all mans talking about this game looks like it's gonna be sick, I was religiously slandering the game. Telling everybody it's gonna be dog water. No one believed me. Look what happened.
I remember they, on the PC version, kind of off topic, but on the PC version of Jump Force, didn't they put like Ultra Instinct Shaggy in it or something crazy? Like there was a mod.
That's a mod.
There was like some mod where they had like Ultra Instinct Shaggy back when that meme was like a big thing. That's like the best thing that came out of that game, I would say.
Yeah, that's the silver lining of a freaking turd sandwich.
Yeah.
That is Jump Force, dear God. Anyways, let's move on, because I've had enough talking about this. I'm looking forward to E3 as long as they don't show me no goddamn Jump Force.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I think we might see some good games, some low-key games. We'll just have to wait and see. But moving on to the next segment, music. J. Cole dropped the off-season album. We did talk about it. We gave our first thoughts, initial reactions. We've had some time to sit with the album. How do you feel about the album Enigma after sitting with it for a little bit, and what is your final verdict? I don't really want to say 1 to 10, but I mean that's kind of
like good, bad, trash.
Yeah.
All right. Just like a general opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, solid. So here's what I'll say. I'm gonna give my general opinion first, like my verdict first, and then I'm gonna explain my final thoughts. I would say that the album is good, just good. Why do I say that? I'm not a J. Cole fan. I'm not in J. Cole's demographic, and I'm not the type of person that J. Cole makes music for. I like quick, catchy bops with repetitive lyrics. I don't need anything too deep most of the time. Sometimes I like a deep song here and there, but I don't really need it. That's not what I look for. J. Cole asks you to sit down and come experience this album with him. Come through his journey, come take a look into his mind, and he does a really good job of painting a picture throughout this album. I think that it was a great representation of his like work and his mentality as an artist. I just don't think that it was necessarily for me as a like general music listener. So I only kept about like 2 songs in my actual general playlist, because it's not the type of album where you can just keep songs and have them come on shuffle. It's the type of thing where you need to sit down and listen to it. J. Cole usually makes albums where you need to sit down and listen to it from cover to back.
Yeah.
And I don't really listen to music that frequently like that. Like, I don't get into my car and put on an album. I get into my car and I put my liked songs on shuffle.
Yeah, I feel you on that. In terms of, well, it does have some replayability. Well, first let me give my grade. I will say the album was very good, but in terms of what Enigma said, yes, I am not J. Cole's primary fan base. The type of music I listen to would be, I listen to a lot of vibey music, and something that's kind of light but has good production. So I'm thinking like Don Toliver, Playboy Cardi, music like that. Something light, just nice that you can listen to, just vibe to XYZ. Every once in a while, I do like listening to like the Kendricks, the J. Cole's, the Jay-Z's.
Yeah, you gotta branch out every once in a while and like give other things a try. Because first of all, you can't know what you don't like if you don't ever listen to it, and second of all, you can't have a true appreciation for good music if you don't listen to everything. If everybody's talking about something and everybody's talking about how something is good, you should at least try to objectively see if that thing is actually good.
Yeah. So I do think this album is very good. It does show that J. Cole, not only as an artist but as a person, is maturing, and it's in a positive way. One song that really made this apparent to me was Let Go My Hand. I really like that song. He talked about his son and how he was looking at his son growing up and maturing, and how he was looking back and thinking about how he himself grew and matured to be the man that he is today. So I really do think that this album shows that J. Cole has gotten a lot more maturity than he already even previously had.
That's definitely fair.
Yeah, the production on this is really good as well. But yeah, as I said, I only saved really like I saved the album, but in terms of music that actually made it to my playlist, there was only 3 songs that really made it to my playlist.
Yeah, so we're in about the same boat. Yeah. It's not the type of thing where you can just listen to and pick and choose things here and there. It's more of like an experience. But I agree that it does have replayability.
Yeah, it definitely does. And especially if you're a J. Cole fan, like if you are J. Cole's core fan base, you are definitely going to be playing this for at least another 2-3 months. I wholeheartedly believe that. I have a friend, and she is a really big J. Cole fan. I'm pretty sure she's going to be bumping this for the next 2 months.
3 months.
Exactly, yeah.
Summer's about to be a J. Cole summer for some of them.
He fed her, bro. He fed her for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they straight eating.
I respect it though. I like artists that really tap into their fan base, give them something that they want, but still come at them with an angle that is fresh, even for listeners that don't really don't really identify as being part of their core fan base. It's something I really appreciate and enjoy. So yeah, I would say this album is very good. Is it no, I don't even think we can talk about it being a classic in just for the sole fact that it just came out. I don't think we can really call it we can speak on it if it's a classic or not. But I mean, time will tell. I feel like some people will still be listening to some of this music a year, 2 years from now. So
yeah, I definitely think that in some way, shape, or form it's going to hold up for at least the J. Cole listeners. And I think that J. Cole does this very interesting thing where all of his albums kind of paint a picture, and it kind of is a representation of him and who he is as a person, not just an artist. And I think that if you're someone who really liked J. Cole, and that's someone who sticks with you, then his music is going to outlive him, and people are going to go back and re-listen to these things because they want to like re-experience the things that either they can relate to or that they were interested in hearing about.
Yeah. And the thing about J. Cole, see, J. Cole is an artist that really did gain. Well, we gotta go back. I never really, me as a person, I never really listened to J. Cole just because it's the same thing that I really felt about Logic. They were kind of corny and they were kind of one-dimensional in the way that
he did kind of have some corny bars when he started.
Yeah,
that's not false.
Very corny bars. They were, them as artists, I really felt like they were really one-dimensional in the way that they attacked music and they wrote. So I didn't really want to listen to them. I really thought they were really corny. But J. Cole really did come into his own on 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and that, looking from Forest Hills Drive to Off Season, I mean, the growth is just, the growth is insane. Because I even remember there was one there was one song where, what is it called? Apparently on Forest Hills Drive, he talks about how he like treats his girl like he doesn't treat her the way he should treat her. And now on the off season, he's talking about, yeah, like I did dirt XYZ, but I'm moved on from now. You know, we're not doing that no more. So, you know,
you grow up.
Yeah, you can definitely see the growth and the progression. And yeah, like you said, he does really do a good job at painting the picture that he wants you to see. So yeah, I just really I enjoyed this project, but in terms of replayability, there's just a few songs where I would really go back to constantly.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I think overall we both thought it was a good album. You said it's very good. I said it's just good.
Mm-hmm.
And we both have our reasons for why, because we're not J. Cole's core demographic. I don't know if I said that right the first time or wrong, but I fixed it.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we gonna keep it moving. Yeah, that's just our opinions on the album. So I was curious. There a lot of music has dropped in the past couple weeks. Do you have any music recommendations for anything you're listening to, or anything that you think others that are listening to the podcast should check out?
I don't think I've ever said this on the podcast, but I do really like Lil Yachty. The thing about Lil Yachty is Lil Yachty.
You must recommend Michigan Boat Boy.
Oof, man. We were actually supposed to talk about that on I think it was episode 3, but it just, we didn't have time for it. We couldn't fit it in. But yeah, I've been listening to Lil Yachty since I was in high school, around 2015, 2016. So I've been listening to all of his projects, and even Yachty, I wouldn't say he's exactly progressed in terms of his content, but in terms of his actual music style, Yachty has, I don't know how, he has just developed I wouldn't even call it a knack for picking up different music styles, but he's just been able to adapt to different music scenes. Like, he came out with Michigan Boy Boat. He's from Atlanta. He's out here with Sada Baby and Y&J. He's out here with all the Detroit rappers holding his own. He made a Detroit rap album, and it was kind of slept on. But it was kind of slept on, but I do really like that album. That is an album that I play constantly. And if you're in the streams, twitch.tv/it's Ramehs, then you already know I play this song I play this album or some song from it a lot. I love G.I. Joe, SB5, This the One. So many songs from that album I just love. Yachty did drop another song though. It was kind of a New York drill beat track called Cortex. I don't know if you heard it. That song.
No, I didn't actually hear that.
That song. I play that song a lot too. Yachty. I don't know. Yachty is just. I feel like he's growing. He's growing outside of the type of music he used to make. So yes, he does still kind of make the music that he used to make, but it's more evolved in the way that Yachty can evolve. Because I mean, how much more can you evolve as the type of rapper that Yachty is in terms of content? But in terms of lyrical style and even the flows, he comes on Michigan Boy Boat with different flows. He came on Cortex with a different flow. I just really appreciate Yachty. I feel like Yachty's so slept on, and Yachty has a real fan base. He's actually supported. Yachty's not an artist that has to have antics to really support his music. He gets like a constant amount of streams in terms of first week sales. Yes, Michigan Boy Boat wasn't like up to Low Boat 3. It wasn't up to that same level in terms of first week sales, but his fans did appreciate it. His core fans did really like it. He has an album coming with Lil Tecca as well. I remember he said,
"You're lying."
Yeah, he has an album coming with Lil Tecca. He has an album.
That's crazy. I fuck with Tecca heavy, so I'm gonna have to listen to it. Damn it,
man! I'm telling you, Yachty, he's all over the place. honestly, I feel like he is one of the really slept on artists that came out around that 2016-17 era, where it was like 21 Savage, Lil Yachty, Uzi, you know, those type of artists. I feel like he's really the one that was kind of slept on, but he's doing his thing. I really appreciate Yachty. Tony Snow, I've been listening to a lot of Tony Snow. I already said, was it episode 2 or one of the previous episodes, that Tony Snow is just another really underground Atlanta artist I've been listening to heavy. He dropped a new song, IRS. Don Toliver dropped a new song, What You Really Need. That song was a banger. Tekka dropped Never Left. That song.
Oh, you're a little late to that, broski. You're a little late to that, broski. That's been out for a couple weeks.
That's been out for a couple weeks?
Yeah, that's been out like, oh fam. That came out the week that YSL Deluxe Edition came out.
Really?
Yes.
I think I heard it maybe the week after. Yeah, it came out the first week of May. So it's been out for like 3 weeks. Yeah, Never Left Bobs, bro. Did you hear the track you dropped before that? Show Me Up? Show Me Up? No, I haven't heard that one.
Go listen to that one after this podcast. That one, it's a vibe. It's a vibe kind of track.
Yeah, I mean, Tekka, you know, we could talk about that after. I'll give you.
Yo, I fucking love Lil Tekka, bro.
I'll give you your floor to talk about your music recommendations. Then we can get back to this Tekka thing.
All right, bet, because I definitely want to come back to that conversation. In terms of what I've been listening to recently, we talked about this on the pre-show, but they dropped a deluxe edition of Goodbye and Good Riddance for the anniversary. Not deluxe, but an anniversary edition. And it came with a leaked Juice WRLD song. I think it's leaked. It's called 734, and it kind of slaps. I don't know if there was any particular reason why they put it on the album, but it's pretty good. Excuse me. Yeah. As well as they added a remix of Lucid Dreams with Uzi, and the remix is alright. The remix was leaked, that's why they ended up releasing it, but it was okay. It was pretty good. Uzi and Juice WRLD were a crazy duo whenever they got on the track together, so that's missed. That's something that's like very much missed. Like you mentioned, Tekka dropped Never Left. That shit hits. You mentioned the Don Toliver song, What You Need. I don't know if you're caught up, but he also dropped a new Internet Money track called His and Hers with Gunna and Lil Uzi. It's literally the same lineup for Lemonade, except they swapped out Nav for Lil Uzi. So
yeah, I heard that song.
The song bangs.
Yeah, that song, it's a nice vibe song too. That song is really good.
Yeah, it's vibes. I should phrase my wording carefully. It is very much a vibe song, but it's good. You watch the music video, you get to see Uzi do a little shoulder rock.
Yeah, shoulder I love Uzi. I don't understand why Uzi. Well, I kind of do understand why Uzi gets memed to death, because he's kind of this he's a very guarded. He makes
himself a meme.
Yeah, he's very guarded, but when you see him, he does something or just says something that's so funny that it's a moment. But in terms of like his style and the way that he carries himself, I don't know. People just need to leave Uzi alone, man. I love Uzi, but the only thing I don't like is that damn stone in his forehead, bro.
That goddamn $24 million diamond.
Bro, he look like he's trying to do a Vision cosplay.
He is doing a Vision cosplay.
Oh my goodness. But yeah. What else? Did you listen to in the last little bit?
I had to think about this one for a second. Sorry. Killy recently did a little mini rollout where he dropped 3 singles over the course of maybe 2 months. And those singles were leading up to him putting out this EP that he just dropped called Kill Streak 2. And I'm not gonna lie, it's all short, sweet Toronto music bangers. It hits. The entire tape hits from front to almost the back, because the second last song is a remix of the first song, which is a single that he put out called Pyro. And Pyro bangs. I don't like the remix because I don't like the dude that he put on it. Scarl Exerd or whatever.
Oh, Scarlord?
Yes.
The guy that be yelling on the songs.
Yes. Yes.
I have to go listen to that after this.
So you might like it. You might like it. That shit. Okay, that's some rockstar shit. So it kind of does go hard. It's just not for me. But I think you would actually like it then.
Yeah, I'll go listen. That sounds interesting. Killian Scarlett song.
The Killstreak EP is fire. So that's definitely a recommendation. And I think that's let me double check. Kodak dropped Haitian Boy Kodak. I think we talked about that in the last episode briefly, but that's I almost fucking missed a banger. So 88 Rising, which is the company that signs only Asian artists and promotes all Asian artists that Rich Brian, originally Rich Chiga, is signed to, and Joji is also signed to this label.
Yeah.
They recently put out a new single with one of their new artists that they're debuting, Warren Hugh. And he's on a song with Rich Brian and Nicki called California. And this song is pure vibes, but holy fucking shit, is it a vibe? Like, holy actual shit. Please listen to that when we're done the podcast. California,
okay. I'll listen to that.
That's all it's called. Just look up California, 88 Rising. There's an explicit version, so make sure you get the explicit version. You don't want the censored version.
Yeah, I'm not 12.
It just sounds weird. Yeah, unless you're 12.
Yeah, if you're 12, go listen to the clean version. Yeah, go listen to that. But yeah, that was the last song that I wanted to bring up because 88 Rising's getting ready to do their third collaborative tape. They do label tapes. It's called Head in the Clouds, and they've done 2 of them already, and they were both very good. So I'm excited to see what's going to be on Head in the Clouds 3. I didn't even know they did
California's
label tapes.
artist. Ooh, it's good too. You should go check it out. You get a bunch of bangers with like Joji and Rich Brian on tracks together and shit. It's good. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go listen to that. Oh, another album that dropped. Nudie dropped Dr. Evil. For the Nudie fans.
Nudie did drop.
We out here. We smaller numbers, but we out here.
Yeah, you guys are a freaking unique breed.
Yeah, but I mean, moving back to Tekka. Tekka is a very interesting artist, and I say this.
I think he's super underrated.
I do agree with you. I feel like he's super underrated, but I feel like the whole sentiment on Tekka, or no, I'll say people casted their judgment too quickly about Tekka.
Yes.
They casted their judgment way too quickly. Didn't give him time to mature, because when he made We Love You Tekka, wasn't he 16 or 17?
Yeah, I think he was 16, 17.
Yeah.
And it was just like a little EP thing that he threw together.
Yeah, he's 18 now. I'm not saying he fully grown up now, but he is. I would say we are having a Tekka resurgence, which is actually a crazy thing to say because Tekka's only been making music for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Here's the thing. I agree. I think that part of the reason why Never Left is blowing up is because of like TikTok and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like he got a bad rep when he came out because he made it very clear like very early on that like Ransom was the song that blew him up, but like he was just rapping. He wasn't about any of that. Mm-hmm. He made that very clear. So like a lot of people kind of tuned out when they found out like he's not really got 2 twin Glocks turning into a dancer, you know? But like the bars were hard. I wasn't mad.
One thing I don't like about rap, one thing I really don't like about rap is the rap fan base is very, very, I want to say hypocritical, but I don't want to be that harsh. Because one thing
They're
about the
ignorant.
The one thing about the rap fan base is when someone is not about their raps, i.e. a 6ix9ine XYZ, they shun them, they shame them. You're not really living that life. You're not really about it. You don't really live your raps. But when they are about that life, i.e. a Troy Ave or a Casanova, they then look at them and be like, you're a dumbass. Why are you killing people and you make millions of dollars a year? It's a very weird situation that rappers get put in. I don't know. I understand it's because
some of these people want artists to end up like in a body bag, bro. I swear to God.
Well, yeah, that's the other aspect to rap is that
some people just incite violence.
not to get too deep into it, but some people do genuinely just want to see the chaos, and it's all entertainment for them. Someone's life ending in either jail or death is just entertainment to them. But yeah, it's a very weird spot that rappers get put into. Let me not even touch on that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get too political.
I'm not even gonna touch on that. But yeah, moving back to Tekka, I do really like Tekka. I didn't really mind it that Tekka wasn't built about that life, because the thing about Tekka is Tekka's 16. Do you really want him shooting in the street doing shootouts? Like, bro, I don't know what you really expected from Tekka. He's this little kid with braces and curly hair. You really expected him to be out here shooting? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very weird. It's very weird. But yes, I do like Tekka. I do appreciate Tekka. I liked his first album. Virgo World wasn't, too good for me, but I mean, the things that
y'all niggas are sleeping. Y'all niggas are sleeping on Virgo World.
I'm not saying it's bad, but it just, it wasn't doing what we love.
Royal Rumble? Royal Rumble? Are you crazy?
The songs are good. Some of them are good.
For 3 minutes.
Man.
Yo, listen, I'm not here to like influence you and make you like the album, obviously. I just think it's crazy how everybody I've talked to definitively says I don't like Virgo World that much. I didn't think it was that good. But when I go back and I listen to We Love You Tekka, and then I listen to Virgo World front to back, there are more songs on Virgo World that I like. I just like We Love You Tekka better because of Ransom.
Maybe I have to go back and listen to it again. I'll go back and listen to it again. Probably while I'm working out or something. I like listening to music again when I'm working out.
Virgo World was so slept on, and I'm not gonna lie, he suffered from like a strange ordering. There was like a kind of a weird vibe to it. I think he could have ordered it a little bit better.
Yeah,
and it would have resonated with people better.
Sometimes the way that you list the tracks, or sometimes the way that you arrange them, does kind of matter, because you can't really have a hype track and then like a super chill vibe track. It kind of has to be like in phases. I feel like when you do that, albums are received a lot better. But I do really like Tekka. I like the Tekka resurgence that we're starting to see. I'm gonna start saying that, the Tekka resurgence, the Tekka renaissance. If you hear anyone else say it, I said it first. I said it first. If you hear anyone else say it, I said it first. But yeah, I do really like it.
Started here with Mr. It's Ramehs on the Ramehs Radio podcast. Bro, it's the first time that you heard that.
I do appreciate Tekka. I am gonna look out for that Tekka Yachty album, because it's just two artists that I really like on that album. I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah, but those were the things that I really been listening to lately. Anything else, Enigma? Or
no, that's really it for my music recommendations. I think that Tekka's getting ready to come up with something. I really hope that we get another project soon, whether it's like a decent sized EP. Like I don't want like an 8-track EP. I want like 10, 12 tracks. I'm good with that. But like, give me something decent, feed me a little bit, because I'm totally ready for more Tekka.
Yeah, I do think a project is right on the horizon.
With the vibes that Never Left and Show Me Up are coming with, I'm ready for a new Tekka project.
You know what's crazy? We still haven't gotten Certified Lover Boy. Now that I'm thinking,
I know.
Tangent, but yeah, we still haven't gotten it. I'm interested to hear what Drake's been saying, bro. Yeah, it's he better drop it in June, bro. June or July. Or you know what? He might be waiting for the summer. I never thought about that. He
is, bro. He's waiting for the baddies and the bubbles. And the back shots.
Yes,
man. That's what he's waiting for. I know it. I know that's what this man Drake is. Certified Lover Boy. Has to come on and love him on season.
Hey man, I feel him. He gonna have some tracks that I could add to the special playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see? Sir, you're telling me. Did you see? He posted a picture on, I think it was like Instagram, and it was like, they keep asking for a CLB track list, but I can't seem to get one off, and it's Adonis like drawing on his like coloring on his like whiteboard or whatever. Someone in the comments was reading real hard, and they're like, yo, I don't know if I'm reading too into this, but it looks like it used to say CLB on there. And I zoomed in, and it kind of does, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh.
And then they were like, the first track looks like it was called Champagne Poetry. And I looked deeper, and I was like, it does look like it says Champagne Poetry. That would be kind of fucking flame.
Damn, they really hitting the picture with the enhanced like it's Inspector Gadget. That's crazy. That's wild,
Bro,
man.
these niggas are starving. I told you Drake needs to
bro.
drop, bro. Niggas are hungry. Drake needs to drop.
But yeah, we still have so much outstanding music left for the year of 2021. I feel like the second half is gonna be really good, especially because people are gonna be outside, man. People are really gonna be outside. Maybe not here in Canada, but definitely in America, people gonna be outside. So
People gonna be outside.
yeah, I do think a lot of good music is gonna drop in the second half of 2021. So we're still looking out for that. But moving on to pop culture and media. We talked about this guy already. He did drop the off season, but it doesn't seem like his off season lasted for too long because he went over to Africa to play basketball on
My guy said he's running with the zebras.
on a Rwandan basketball team. The team, if you don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about Jermaine Cole. Jermaine Cole went over to Africa. He signed a
Cole in Rwanda playing basketball.
insane, crazy. He signed a 3-game deal with the Rwanda Patriots. His first game, he played 17 minutes and got 3 points. And one of the points, I believe, was off of like a technical, like some sort of technical shot or something. So, I don't know. It's just crazy that we're seeing J. Cole out here hooping. The only thing I can really compare this to is Sheck West, because I know Sheck West was before he was taking music seriously, he did want to play basketball. Sheck West is actually pretty nice. I don't know if you've seen him play. He's actually pretty nice with it. But
basketball, yeah, he is nice.
That's the only thing I can really compare this to. It was really funny. The stat line that everyone was showing really reminded me of like that Roy Hibbert meme. Not it wasn't that bad, thankfully, but I don't know if you've seen the meme where Roy Hibbert played like 30 something minutes, got like 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists.
Yes. Oh my god,
Oh
with
my
like
gosh.
624. What was it? Yeah, 624.
Yeah.
Yeah. 000624. Shit. I seen that. That was crazy.
Horrible.
That blew my mind.
But yeah, I mean, you know, J. Cole's not a hooper. He's a rapper. He did hoop at one point, I believe. But
yeah, he hooped a little bit, but I mean, he never really like took it seriously and went professional.
yeah. I'm this makes me think of just all there are good rappers like Sheck West and J. Cole at basketball, but this just makes me think of all the really bad ones. I don't know if you've ever seen Travis Scott play basketball. Oh
my god.
It is something funny. His jump shot, I mean, people say Lonzo Ball's jump shot coming into the league was broken, but Travis Scott's jump shot is just whoa. That thing is ugly. That thing is really ugly.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to call that a jump shot.
Man, he chucking it up. But
he chucking it up already.
He literally chucking it up. But that was
I don't know about Jermaine signing this 3-game deal, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about that. But I mean, it was only his first game, right? That he didn't really, and he only got 17 minutes of playtime, so we'll see what's up.
He played the other two. He played the other two already, but it wasn't anything that was really substantial. That's why you never really heard about it. He didn't really do anything like too crazy. There was one highlight where I think he did. Was it a hezzy and he pulled back and he hit like a mid-ranger, like a midi? So I mean, that was like the one highlight I saw from him playing. So that kind of says everything that you need to know. It wasn't like anything too eventful.
Yeah, but no one expected J. Cole to get on the court and just start being fucking the next LeBron or like manifest the soul of Kobe and just start playing like crazy. Like that's not what we expected anyway. So I mean, It is what it is.
Yeah.
Man did his best.
It was just cool to see, and just some nice little promo for his album. Not that he really needed it, but I mean, it got people talking, got people looking, checking. So yeah, that was something really cool to see, really interesting. I wonder if we're gonna see. I do remember there was another podcast. I listened to another podcast, and they mentioned that NBA teams that don't really get good attendance like that should start signing rappers to like 10-day deals. I think that would be interesting. Like the Pistons, no one watches Pistons games. Imagine if they got Big Sean for a 10-day deal. Big Sean played like 3 games on the Pistons. That would be interesting, man. I would watch that. I'd pay to watch that. For real.
Yeah, but I feel like it significantly commoditizes. I can't. It turns basketball into a commodity sport rather than like a serious sport. That's like going and watching a game for the Harlem Globetrotters. You don't go there to see like quality basketball. You go there to see them stunt on their opponents and like do like all these silly tricks and shit because it's all like street ball.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I feel like that shit would be so funny. Imagine
it would be funny. I don't disagree.
And imagine Drake playing for the Raptors, just playing like a 10 game, like 2 or 3 games, or even if it's like an exhibition, like how they go international, like an international exhibition, and he's on the roster. I don't know. It was just something funny. I actually thought about it. It would be cool to see, but just some interesting news that came up. Kind of dry, but we thought it was cool. Something that is not cool though, definitely not cool.
Jesus
is
fucking Christ.
People ruining our childhoods. And if you don't know what we're talking about, the Powerpuff Girls was slated to have a remake. I don't even think we would call it a reboot because it's not animated. It's live action. It's getting a reimagining.
The intellectual property is getting face fucked is what it's getting.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I mean, delving into it, CW, if you don't know who CW is, CW made the Riverdale show, which has to do with Archie. That show is not okay, let me say this. I watched.
They also make Arrow, The Flash, and all of those DC verse.
Yeah, they also make those ones, but in terms of like the reimagining cartoons as live action characters, I would say that they made that even counts to The Flash and all that. But anyway, not gonna lie, I did watch the first season of Riverdale. I was interested because I used to read a lot of Archie comics back when I was a kid. My dad would always buy them from the supermarket. Always buy them for like no frills and stuff. You know, they have them sitting on the newsstands. So I was interested. I wanted to see it. It was not very good. So I mean, that was a pretty big indication of what we should have expected from this Powerpuff Girls pilot. The script leaked as well. How do you feel about this, Enigma? What do you have to say about this?
All right, I'm glad that I get to talk about this. They really need to stop bastardizing media that we grew up with. I am abhorrently frightened for the Netflix adaptation of Avatar that they're doing now, because what they did with this Powerpuff Girls shit is some fuckery. They made them all older, which, I mean, whatever, you can make characters older, but they made these characters older with the express intent of turning them, like, objectifying these characters, turning them into tropes about, like, oh my god, the writing from the pilot script was so evident that it was written by a bunch of old people who don't know what young people talk like, trying to write what they think young people talk like, that it was painful. It was cringy, it was over-sexualized, it was inappropriate for no reason in instances where it didn't need to be, and it had nothing to do with, like, the Powerpuff Girls as we know them. I'm pretty sure they implied at the beginning of the frickin' pilot script that Mojo Jojo is dead. How are you gonna have Powerpuff Girls with no Mojo Jojo? Make it make sense.
So
I'm confused.
wait, so who's the enemy? Like the patriarchy or some shit? Like I'm so confused. Like what?
I think so. I think it is the patriarchy too.
Nah. Throw that shit away. What is this? What?
Oh man, so holy shit. I'm not gonna lie. I usually don't mention other creators on here, but I have to. Omni made a video, and it's the only place where I've seen anybody actually talk about what was in the leaked pilot, because it was actually redacted and copyright stricken on Twitter by the CW fucking execs. So it was actually taken down. So the only person I've seen that read any excerpts from the pilot was Omni on his channel on YouTube. So you can go check out the video there, and he will like read some of the excerpts, because I don't even want to read it. Ugh, it was disgusting and like so weird to do to like childhood favorite characters. Like people grew up with these characters.
One thing I don't understand is why, as you said, they keep bastardizing these classic cartoon and even live action shows that we just grew up with. Like it's just really,
they do things they don't have to do.
Yeah. And one thing,
they make changes they don't need to make.
One thing I think is lacking. Yeah, bless you. One thing I think is lacking is just the lack of originality from these studios. It's like you don't have to go back and touch that. You can go and make something else. But you insist on not only going back.
Yeah,
to
like you could have made the show and not made it the Powerpuff Girls.
Exactly. You could have made.
I get what you mean.
You could have made it something else, but not use the Powerpuff Girls name. If that's the road you want to go down, write your own unique superhero characters that are figuring out young adulthood as women. People would watch that. And plus, you wouldn't have to use this. You wouldn't have to use the Powerpuff Girls name. You could make it in your own way. You don't have to rely on these tropes. And I don't know, just really saddening. I'm really scared for the Avatar remake that Netflix is doing.
It's gonna be whack. I already know it, because they already announced that they're changing Sokka and Katara's ages.
To what?
I think Katara's older now.
They already messed up Full Metal Alchemist, that movie, and then
oh god,
Death Note. I mean, well, Lakeith Stanfield was in it, so I mean, I kind of like that. But
yo, Willem Dafoe was in it too. That doesn't make.
Oh yeah, Willem Dafoe was in it. Yeah,
bad movie with good actors.
Yeah, I don't know how they do.
That was a bad movie with good actors that can be enjoyed if like they're high with some friends or something and having a good time. You can have a good time with that movie, but it's not a good movie.
Apparently, they want to make a sequel too.
They do.
Oh my gosh.
They probably will.
I'm not gonna hold you. I might have to watch. That might have to be like a drunk thing.
I'll watch it too.
Drunk or some shit, or God.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. That's just.
I'm gonna watch it too. I'm gonna be fucked up when I watch it, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's sad that the lack of unique ideas results in them totally ruining and misusing these classic franchises. But I mean, such is Hollywood and modern media. Did you hear there? I don't know if you watched the show back in the day, but apparently they're doing an iCarly like part 2.
Oh
it's
god,
not even
they're
a remake. It's like a part 2. Yeah.
Oh god. Of course I watched iCarly. That shit was a banger. But they don't need to do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Apparently, it's going to age. It's going to acknowledge the fact that its viewers grew up, so it's gonna be more mature. But why? Like, why does this need to be a thing? Why? Like,
it doesn't need to be a thing. It's superfluous. But like they're committed to it, so I mean, I guess it is what it is. Fuck it.
They know the fan base is there, so they're probably just gonna. They're
just capitalizing on people's nostalgia, but at least they're acknowledging that like it's moving on and moving forward rather than acting like nothing happened.
Oh my goodness! Imagine if they came back and it was still that young teenager show. They use the same type of humor and everything. Oh, that would be unbearable.
It would be so off-putting, dude. Miranda Cosgrove is like old enough now to visibly look like Michael Jackson. Now it's not even a joke anymore.
Hey, yo, I remember back in the day, we used to say that was Michael Jackson's kid, bro. That was his little daughter right there. That's no, man. That's kind of wild. That's wild. But yeah, I don't want to see this Powerpuff Girls show, bro. I don't want to see this.
No, me either.
At all. Throw this
me either. They need to just throw this in the trash.
Throw it away.
Wrap it up. Just take the Powerpuff Girls name off of it and make it whatever.
Yeah, make it something unique, or even give another screenwriter or something a chance to make something completely unique or something. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, everything doesn't have to be a refresh.
They acknowledged after they got all the backlash on Twitter and stuff that very clearly the pilot didn't hit, and they're gonna go back to the drawing board and work on it. But I mean, it's too little, too late at this point. You guys are already so invested in it. Like, just get rid of the Powerpuff Girls name, or like.
Just throw the whole drawing board away. Just throw it away.
Facts. Cut, doggy.
Man. But speaking of drawing boards, something that the Twitch girls love to use to write their lovely donators' names on. We have Twitch adding a category for hot tub streamers. So
yeah, Twitch really came with the goddamn Nerf hammer and said hot tubs, beaches, pools, and whatever else that you need to wear a bathing suit in now has its own category.
Mm-hmm. So they came. It was sometime in May. I don't remember the exact date, but they came with a new category called hot tubs, beaches, and pools for the rising rate of Twitch streamers, mostly female. Mostly, let me not say female. They don't like some people don't like that term. Mostly women in hot tubs or these little blow up pools in their house or stuff like that. Crazy. There was a streamer, Amouranth. She got her whole ads demonetized. Like, they just took all her ads away. Ads are no longer
didn't
there.
Even explain to her why at first.
They just hit her with it. She came out pretty ferociously, slandered Twitch, said, "No, this is not the way you do things, XYZ." How do you feel about the current rise of the hot tub / pool streamer, and where do you see this being a year from now? Do you still see this being a thing on Twitch?
Okay, so I think that first I'm gonna address if I think this will continue on Twitch. Mm-hmm. No, specifically because, and again, we talked about this in the pre-show, but I hear a little rumor going around that Twitch is working on implementing some strategies so that advertisers can specifically decide what they're going to advertise on in terms of categories. And if there's no advertisements and no... actually, hold on. I'm capping. Because you know what I just realized? What? Most of the money that Twitch streamers make is not from advertisements.
I was about to say, it's from
we already knew that, yeah. We already knew that. So as long as they can still get donos and subs, there are enough men who are still down bad enough to come to hot tub streams and donate. I think we'll just see a decline in it, but I think that some women will still find their lane and stick to that. I think it'll become a lot more homogenized now that they have a specific section that they have to be in, and they can't just be in the just chatting and just mixed in with other people. Mm-hmm. So people have to be specifically looking for that content now rather than it being intermingled. But I think that it can survive on Twitch. I don't think that it's... Sorry, I didn't...
No, go ahead.
I don't think that it's inherently bad to have sexualized content on a platform. I don't think... I don't hate the grind or hate the hustle of a hot tub streamer any more than I do a porn star or an OnlyFans worker. I don't hate the hustle. If someone's willing to pay for that, then get your bag. It just won't be me. Mm-hmm. So like I'm here for it if people are willing to pay for this, like the content. I just think that there needs to be like a certain place for it. So I'm glad that Twitch implemented this, but I don't like how Twitch has been addressing problems and their lack of community support, because Twitch always does those underhanded things like we mentioned with Amouranth, just like taking out her like getting rid of her monetization, and then like she didn't even get an email until like a couple days later explaining what the fuck happened, and that her monetization had been removed, and just like underhandedly doing shit like that, and then boom, now there's a hot tub meta category basically, so that deals with the problem. I don't know if Amouranth had her ads reinstated, her like ad revenue.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not sure.
But yeah, they were basically like, I guess we can't take everybody's monetization away, so fuck it. I guess we're gonna just put them all in their own box. Twitch is just not transparent enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the point.
Twitch is very, they're a very interesting, they run the platform in a very interesting way, because Twitch started off as gaming, then you started to see the rise of the just chatting streamer / the IRL streamer, and now we're getting this, how do I say this? We're getting content that, not saying that I hate on it, because as Enigma said, I really have no problem. Get your bag, get it how you want, get it how you live. But we're getting into this really gray area now of what exactly is Twitch. You know, so they have this hot tub, pool, and beaches category. So pretty much to address the problem, they just throw it its own category. They have their own section on Twitch now. Do I see this continuing on Twitch? Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as they made the section, it was like there's no real reason to get rid of it.
Yeah, that kind of solidified them. So now I just wonder, but now I wonder, is this just is this a new fad? Like, because right now, last time I saw hot tubs, the hot tub section was like top 25 on Twitch. So it had like I think 22,000 viewers collectively. So
still sizable now.
Yeah, it's a lot more than a lot of other games. You could see it was beating out a lot of other games. So I would say yes, it's here to stay, but how relevant will it be like maybe a year, 2 years from now? Well, only time will tell. But yeah, Twitch has this weird thing where they don't really communicate with their community. They don't really voice the things that will be changing, the things that will be staying. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, especially to the people that make it, that use Twitch as a living. Very frustrating.
I will say something that put like your earlier like what you were saying earlier, that put into perspective for me is it was fine when they were this company, for them to have poor customer support because it was so small. But it's really crazy how Twitch has come full circle and really like turned into Justin TV again.
Yeah,
because that's basically what it's become. It's become beyond gaming. Like, they went from Justin TV, which was just a live streaming service where you could stream everything pretty much that wasn't like monetized or anything. Then they came up with Twitch, and then boom, now Twitch is booming, and now Twitch is back to streaming whatever you want. Now you got just chatting, now you got freaking hot tubs.
Yeah, it's it's crazy, man. As I said, I have no problem. I have no problem with
people getting their bag.
Yeah, I have no problem with people getting their bag. But one thing I do have to say is this kind of changes the public perception of Twitch if you're an outsider looking in, because Twitch, most people, the first thing they think when they hear Twitch is a gaming platform, right? Even though there's other facets of it, it's a gaming platform. But if you go on Twitch, on the front page of things that are like most viewed, you might see like a girl splashing around, you know, poking its cheeks out in a hot tub. So it's like, it puts, I don't know. I feel like it puts Twitch in a really weird spot, because what's really next on Twitch? What's going to be the next thing that's going to pop off on Twitch? And what I'm kind of alluding to is, what if Twitch, I don't know if this will ever happen, but what if Twitch has a plus 18 section? Because
I mean, it's possible, but I mean, like, why would you come to Twitch where, like, okay, there's not good ad revenue on Twitch anyways, like, to monetize. So it's like, why would you switch platforms when you can already do that on, like, Pornhub or, like, use OnlyFans, like, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's already avenues to monetize that successfully. So I don't think that Twitch would get to that point.
That's true, but just the I don't know. I feel like Twitch, I don't know the numbers exactly for the hub and the other sites that get used like that, but Twitch, especially the way that you can not necessarily in ads, but monetize your content, I feel like it's super seamless. And there's all Twitch as a community, not saying that, you know, those other sites don't really have that community, but them as a community, they're used to continually pumping money into a content creator that they like through subs.
I mean, you're
donos.
thinking about it because you're comparing Twitch streaming to video making. But if you compare Twitch streaming to, like, adult streaming, it's the same thing. The adult streaming websites, they're given donations, like live donations.
Yeah, I know
people donate to them live and, like, spend money to, like, see them do certain things. It's exactly the same as Twitch donations. That's why I personally don't think that it's going to come to that point, because it would just be switching the platform, and anybody who wants that is already on Twitch and already knows to go somewhere else for that content. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't
think that Twitch would be able to become the market for that. I think that there is a possibility, though. I do agree that there's a possibility they could make an 18 plus section, and, like, I think hot tub streams could go in there. I think freaking naked yoga or whatever bullshit that is could go in there, because, like, it's that content is specifically for the mouth breathers who can't figure out how to Google, like, how to press Control Shift N, create a freaking
that's the low key
private
vibes.
browser tab.
Oh, brother.
You know what I mean? Like, it's for the mouth breathers who can't figure out how to Google some pornography. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It's available, so I don't think that it's really a market for Twitch. You know what I mean?
I just feel like it puts them in a really gray area, because now people are looking at them like, okay, you're allowing this. Now what's next? Like how far can you really push it? I think that's the next.
That's the concern, but I think that people are being a little bit too cautious about that. You know what I mean? Like, it can only go so far.
Yeah, that's true. But interesting. We'll have to see how this shakes out, man. We'll really have to see how this plays out. One thing that speaking on the hot tub streams, there's another streamer that I watch, Bruce Drop Him Off, and this is just funny, just a funny little tangent. He has a Reddit, and someone posted in his Reddit, you know how on, like, Twitch you can type in someone's and you can see if they're in the chat or not. There was he was in some hot tub stream, and he typed in that he started using his emotes, and then someone, like, other people in the stream started using that emote, and then he typed in Bruce Japamoff's at name, and it came up, and it was like, bro, we caught you in 4K. We caught you in 4K. I don't know. That was just a funny little moment, but
no, he got caught in HD.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this hot tub thing goes. I want to see how it gets supported, and yeah, like as you said, if apparently they are bringing in this new advertising system, I want to see how that plays out too. Just interesting. A lot of moving pieces.
You know what I do recognize as I'm thinking about this?
What?
Twitch calls for a higher production quality than a lot of these like cam sites. A lot of these cam sites, you tend to see like 480p quality.
Really?
Like video, like it's not that great.
Damn.
Whereas like Twitch demands a higher quality of video streaming.
Yeah,
just because like if you want to be on the same level as anybody else, like as everybody else that's doing it, you need to have a good quality stream. Like a decent quality stream.
Yeah, I would definitely say the requirements from the Twitch community is a lot higher than I would say, or even YouTube. Even YouTube, the requirements to stream on there are a lot higher in terms of video quality. But yeah, interesting thing. We'll see how it shakes out. We do have a bonus. I don't know if you want to talk about the movie and TV recommendations, or if you just want to go ahead and wrap it up.
I don't have too many. I don't really have any recommendations. I haven't really been watching anything new.
Mm-hmm.
The previous anime season ended since the last time that we did this, and then in the new season, I'm only watching the new season of My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not really something that, like, again, I don't want to give spoilers. It's My Hero season 5. If you're not 5 seasons in, then you're not watching My Hero. You don't care. And if you are 5 seasons in, you're watching it because you care.
What are your quickly? My bad, but quickly, what are your first impressions on that? Because I haven't gotten to the new season yet. I just been kind of busy. But like, what are your first impressions? I know it just started not too long ago,
on
but
season
like,
5?
yeah, but like, what are your first impressions about that?
It's good. I just don't care about the arc because the arc is the class A versus class B like training exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do like battles. So like it's been like 8 episodes or 9 episodes. No, it might be fewer than that. Sorry. So 7 or 8, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And they've all been the same topic of like the class 1A versus class 1B like battles. And I just like don't care about this. I care more about like all the like deep plot stuff, like the One for All stuff and all that.
Okay. Well,
and like I know stuff that happens in the manga, so like I don't care about this arc personally, but like it's cool because you get to see a lot of them like use new like use their abilities in new ways that they've been thinking about for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to get back to that. I have to get back to that.
My Hero slaps.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much more, but one recommendation I will give is Falcon and Winter Soldier. I really did like that show. It was nice to see Bucky and the Falcon team up. Anthony Mackie is getting a bigger role in the MCU and the TV universe. They're kind of combined.
He's definitely a talented and underused actor.
Yeah, I would say I will say that he's starting to become one of my favorites slowly. I also love Bucky too. Bucky is like my favorite secondary character, like B tier character. But yeah, it was really cool to see them team up. The story's really interesting. Touches on issues that I've never really seen a Marvel show touch on, and if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to delve too deep into it, but it really does touch on some issues, and you're like, wow, I didn't really expect to see this in not only a Marvel show,
like a property,
yeah, a Marvel property, but a Marvel Disney property at that. It's interesting. They don't really hold back, and they're not like hitting you over the head with the message they're trying to give. So it's nice. If you like those characters, then I would definitely say go watch it. Even if you don't, give it a chance. Watch the first 3 episodes. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely interested to check it out because I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, really good. Better than WandaVision. But I don't have anything else to really say about recommendations. If you don't have anything else to give in terms of recommendations, we can go ahead and wrap it up then.
Yeah, I think that's a really good place to leave it off. We actually talked for a lot longer than I thought we were going to, considering that it was kind of a dry news week. As I always say, thank you to everybody for stopping by the podcast and coming and checking it out. This has been episode 4?
Yeah, episode 4.
And it's always really fun to get together and make these. So I hope that all our listeners are, having a good time and enjoying with us, laughing along with us, getting in on the memes.
Yeah, for real. I really do like this. I really like this show. I like doing this, just recording and getting the thoughts out, getting some good banter in. It's amazing, and then we get to share with the listeners, which is always great. Yeah, if you liked the podcast, if you stayed till this long, go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment, bro. Say something in the chat. I remember in the chat, say something in the comments. I remember one of the other episodes, someone asked why Enigma, why it's called the Ramehs Radio Podcast. And everyone thought it was like the Joe Budden type situation.
Oh, that's crazy.
Where it's I kind of bullied it. Nah, that's not what happened, you guys. I didn't bully the name on. It kind of just happened that way, and we mutually agreed that it was gonna be the Ramehs Radio Podcast.
Listen, if y'all got better names for the show, leave them in the comments.
Yeah, go ahead, name them off.
If it's actually fire, we might pick it.
We'll consider it, because we did discuss changing the name, but Enigma was like, nah, bro, like this was your idea, XYZ, so we just gonna run with it. But yes,
we had a little bit of a conversation in the background about why we came to the conclusion to still use the name Ramehs Radio, and I think that it gives us a certain unique vibe. So I don't want something that's gonna be too cliche and not really be something that represents us. So I don't know, we're on episode 4 now. The listeners may have a little bit more of a clue about who we are and what we're about, so they might come up with some suggestions. Let's get it rolling and get everybody involved.
If you have any name suggestions, even if you have any comments or remarks about the pod, go ahead, drop it, man. We love hearing from the listeners. We love hearing from you guys. We appreciate it. But yeah, if you did make it this far, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe if you like the content. I also do drop other content on this channel. It's mostly Twitch highlights, but I don't know, the Twitch highlights are kind of a different vibe from the podcast. I'm a lot more put together on the podcast, but if you go through the channel, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone coming through to the podcast. My socials will be below. You can find me at twitch.tv/it's Ramehs. You can find me at pretty much everything at It's Ramehs. UndeadEnigma, you can go ahead and shout your socials out, your handles.
Yeah, you already know it's your boy. I don't know why every episode I say that it's UndeadEnigma 9 on everything, but it's not. It's pretty much all at Sequoia Walters on everything. I'm not even gonna lie, most of it's not UndeadEnigma 9, but some of it's in there. So you can look.
Yeah,
you'll find it.
It'll definitely be in the description. So don't worry.
We'll link the Twitter. Yeah. I make banger tweets, I swear.
We've been linking everything.
Everybody's just sleeping.
Go ahead, check.
Everybody's just sleeping.
Check the descriptions, bro. Check the descriptions. I feel like people don't check descriptions enough, but you gotta check them because then you can see us on the socials. But yeah, this has been another really good episode. So, listeners, podcast people, podcast universe, we are checking in, checking out. Peace.